Alright guys, welcome back to VALORANT News. Big roster rumours going down last night, especially where Aspas might potentially be going. FNS seemingly revealing that as far as he has heard, Aspas will be going to the APAC region, and this has now been a done deal for a fair few days. Which organisation though would he be joining if this was the case, especially with still rumours going around that others, especially in EMEA, were interested in targeting him? Very much intrigued your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. I would greatly appreciate it. First of all, we've got to talk about Ascension over in Jakarta in the APAC region. All around the world, all of the teams that have won Ascension have been confirmed. In EMEA, of course, it was the Apex boys that eventually won it this year. In the Americas, it was 2Game Esports, and it was that XLG team over in the Chinese region as well. But as of today, we have the result over in Asia as well, or in the Asia Pacific region. This was pretty fire as well. Boom took down Full Sense to make it to the grand finals. Awesome to see a home team as well, right? Of course, Boom, an Indonesian team. And look at the setup here. You've got to say, some of the regions, they do it differently. I know there was some drama on where they were hosting this tournament and exactly how it was going to go, but and production can always be a concern with Riot in general, just because they have various production teams doing it around the world. In some regions it works, in some regions it doesn't work so well, but yeah, this is the stage setup. This is the victory for the Boom Esports team, and they advance all the way to the grand finals today. And as of recording, they are still alive in those grand finals. This was that 3-1 victory against Full Sense that we saw yesterday. The Indonesian boys taking down the Thailand guys of Full Sense Gaming, and then this is the way the bracket goes. So SEN Reduxx Gaming into the grand finals, probably as the favourites here, and currently as it stands they're up 2-1 as of recording this video. They are the favourites, there's no doubt about it, but Boom Esports just won an overtime map 3 Lotus 14-12 to stay alive. What I will say about this team in general, well, the SEN Reduxx Gaming team, is that they've used a lot of Neon. So Dambi has been playing Neon an awful lot and has been incredibly effective with her. There's some maps where Neon just doesn't really work, but on maps where Neon can work, they've been very effective at employing Neon. And I know there's been talk about whether Neon needs to be nerfed or whatever, and her pick rates aren't at a level where I think that's mandatory, but you know, Neon is very good right now. There's no doubt about it. And on the maps where she is played, she is very impactful. And SEN Reduxx Gaming and Dambi have shown that absolutely over the last couple of weeks here. Not used on Icebox, did use on the Lotus, eventually lost, and then it's Haven just about to start as of recording the video. Let's talk about Rostermania though. So Okonos, he says he's no longer with Blinn Esports, looking for a team for all challenges and franchise opportunities. This comes out yesterday. I will say, only a couple of days ago, he was linked to Evil Geniuses. He says, generally believe one of the best opportunities or one of the best duelists available for any of these opportunities. Extremely confident. So we thought that he was at least getting a trial with Evil Geniuses under Potter, with I think it was Leah as well. Leah and Okonos are at least linked to that potential lineup. So if that was still true, would he be tweeting this? Maybe, maybe not. I imagine trials and those conversations are possibly still underway. But a couple of very interesting developments going down in EMEA yesterday. So Elite has reportedly reached an agreement with Karmine Corp to join those guys. And of course, KC, that is a fascinating team for next season. We are pretty sure that Salak will be going over there to our current understanding, in addition to Sagetsu as well. Phenomenal player, formerly of Na'Vi, and that roster over the last few years. Now it seems to be Karmine Corp that is his destination, right? So KC did well at the start of last year, then they fell off. Narrate, of course, is departing this year. Tamasi possibly is departing, and you know, their star players are likely out the door. But building around Sadak as the in-game leader, Elite's coming in, Sagetsu coming in. Of course, worthy to note, none of these things can be confirmed until at least the 7th or 8th of October, after which point the contract kind of timeline resets, and then these guys can be signed officially for 2025 and potentially beyond. This is another one to which that applies, and it's less. We've seen rumours about this over the last couple of days, that less is going to be gone from Loud. They can't afford him. They need a buyout, I think is the plan, and Les was, well, wondering where he might go next. But with Salak going, Les is also considering his options, and it seems like Vitality are the team that have given him the most compelling offer in EMEA. So pretty fascinating, isn't it, that we're seeing multiple players, either Brazilian players, as we'll discuss in a second with Aspas, leaving that region, not to go to a North American team, but actually to go to an EMEA team or potentially a Pacific team. And that is a big conversation that FNS is about to get into, right? But yes, Les to Vitality, that is pretty fascinating. obviously leaves Loud in a very interesting position. But yeah, the league is shaping up incredibly nicely. These imports going all over the place. That is the benefit in some ways of having so many teams in the franchise league. There will, of course, be 48 this season across all the various leagues. There are so many teams that these guys can join if they have the opportunity to. And that seems to be the case with Aspas as well.
You're kind of old to play pro, no? Kind of? What are your thoughts on Icy being released? I mean, I think he made a good name for himself. I think he'll get offers. SEN Reduxx? Is that a thing? When did that come out? SEN Reduxx. I thought it was like SEN Narrate and like SEN Bang. Where the fuck did Reduxx come from? Oh, it's for Red Bull. Oh, yeah. Oh. What do you think about Sadak leaving NA? Yeah, I'm surprised by that. I would say that is by far the most surprising thing I've heard in terms of like where players are going. I think that was the most shocking move, was that he went to EMEA. What do you think of Aspas moving to APAC? A move I'd already heard about, like, before it happened. I mean, I didn't mind it when Ye did it, so it's fine.
I genuinely mean it. I'm down to play with artists.
Okay, done.
You ask me again off stream, I'll tell you the same.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, fine. Okay, well, like, voila, I'm also down to play with artists, so now what?
Well, I'm going to be the one to say it. I don't think Jamie wants to. Nah, because if we pick up artists, we can put him on Sage again.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you guys think the chances actually are of Aspas going over to the Pacific region? Because the way that FNS said it, he's like, yeah, like, I heard about this a few days ago. Seems pretty crazy to me. But, you know, not denying at all that this could be a realistic possibility. And we heard about it the other day, that's where he wants to go. That was the rumor, that Aspas wants to go to the Pacific region. That's his target destination. And the organizations that were supposedly interested were, well, potentially DRX. That was a rumor that DRX might be interested. PaperX actually might make sense as far as I'm concerned, but I don't know if they would be doing that. And with no one's actually linked, and there's been no rumors linking him to PaperX, that's just been pure speculation. So DRX, though, have been linked. So, to be fair, of Global Esports, but that seems a bit unlikely. But Bleed as well, I mean, Zeta as well, maybe. But I think, as far as I'm concerned, maybe DRX. That's the rumor. And even according to this latest spreadsheets here from VCT Spreadsheets, buzz has gone down from guaranteed to just likely. So, you know, and who knows what that means, but there's obviously been some speculation as to what that might mean in terms of Aspas arriving somewhere. And then Bleed are the organization that has the most money, right? And also for Bleed, they absolutely need to qualify for the World Championship this year, or at least be competitive in the region, because this year, if Bleed don't do well, they will get demoted and they will not be a team anymore, and they'll have to win Ascension again the year after, which they can't afford to happen. So this is the year they need to execute and they need to win and turn up big time. And if they do, they can maintain their spot in the league henceforth. So that is maybe the plan for them, and the rumor has it, yeah, that Bleed do at least have the cash to spend on this. Of course, there was some speculation as to whether it could even go to like China or something, but that seems a bit out of the realms of possibility to me. But intrigued to your thoughts in the comments below. Just a few updates here on the Americas, really. We've talked about Crew and some other teams over the last few days. Leviathan, Superman, Demon 1, Marder, potentially trialing over there. Aspas is like guaranteed gone from Lev, though. We're almost certain that's going to be true. Jorgama, of course, gone from EG. He's going to G2. Nature, increased likelihood over there. Okonos and Lear trialing. Couple of things with Furio as well. Cowanzan does seem to be staying on Loud, is our current understanding. Couple of other guys, they are trialing there as well, in addition to potentially Vinny as the in-game leader. Cloud9, obviously Mitch and Vic are stepping in for the Red Bull homegrounds. Whether they keep those guys is a question. Rooney maybe for now out of there, but we're pretty sure Rossi might be coming in for next season as well. And a similar story with Sentinels. Reduxx in there for now, but Narrate, Xander, Bang, all other names that have been in the conversation in recent times. So very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below, but it will be quite interesting to see how they get on here in Seattle. Zellsis is out here in Seattle getting ready to go for the Red Bull Homegrounds tournament coming up today. As he says, it's good to be back, and this is going to be your team, right? So Reduxx, Curry, Zellsis, John QT, and then Zekin. Feels kind of strange to see the team without tens for sure. That feels really weird. And obviously without Sassy as well. But this is their team of 5. They will not be able to start next season with this team of 5 because Reduxx ain't old enough. But nonetheless, it is interesting to note how he performs, because if he does well, then that will change potentially Kaplan's decisions for the rest of next season in terms of the way they plan things, I think it puts Curry in an interesting spot as well, because let's say hypothetically here, it's Zellsis, John QT Zekin, and the start of next year is like Bang and Narrate or whatever, right? They form some team like that and they start the season as follows. Curry is the sub, right? And he will be. But if Reduxx does well and is a talented enough player to consider, which I think he probably will be, and he turns 18 next April, then, you know, do you keep Reduxx on 2 and have like 2 substitutes? Although technically Reduxx couldn't even sub in until he was 18 anyway. But it just puts Curry in an interesting spot, because while he's the sub, he might not be forever if, you know, Reduxx is potentially going to be a shoo-in for the team at some point in the future. But that is obviously speculation, and genuinely who knows what's going to happen there. But obviously you got to consider the possibilities when you're looking at these rosters. So very much interested to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below as ever. It's pretty funny to say that Moist Shopify are playing Cloud9 in just a few hours and we still don't know what their team is. They've not confirmed it yet. They know that it's Odorous, and then the rest of them we simply don't even know. So it's actually quite impressive. But very much interested to your thoughts as always. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, take care, and I'll see you next time.